But she was the one who taught me how to love animals.
On the end.
No, come on.
Yeah. No. Okay, I think she just gave away the story. The cat dies.
Spoiler, spoiler,
No.
spoiler alert.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, I won't get into the exact ending of the book as Vidya feels, but I will answer your question. Yeah.
Exactly. It's not a murder mystery.
Yeah, no, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd like to say that, you know, somewhere along the way, you got to realize that all these sages and gurus and Buddhas, they're also human. I mean, human in the sense, they're also, as real as any of us, and they're not unreal. They have to die one day, and I have to make it as natural as possible. So why I likened her to the Buddha was because she, like the great prince Siddhartha, left her life of relative comfort to find the truth. And she was actually a domesticated cat, right? She was living with that guy, Farooq. So she was domesticated, but she left the house, the comforts of the house, the sofa, the bed, and all that, to run away with her lover. And in the end, she found her own truth. She went through suffering, and she had her own followers. So in the end, I think the end is important because it shows that she emulated the Buddha in many aspects, and like the great enlightened one. And like I said in the book, I always call her. I mean, I've called her a Buddha of sorts. I never say she is the Buddha. She's a Buddha of sorts because Buddhahood is something you might experience at the minutest level, but at least you've gone that far. So whatever works for you. So
It's interesting because you're using the cat as the voice.
yeah,
She goes through ordinary experiences just like us.
yeah.
In living in a cruel city like Bombay, she goes through the same experiences that we are going through, and she draws meaning from each experience,
Yeah.
which is really nice. It's not some esoteric teaching. It's just like a common everyday, drawing sense from everyday moments, heartbreaking, happy, uplifting, every experience. Nice.
Is that it? Anybody else with questions?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have two more.
Right, hi.
Hi.
Okay, just my point about this
Yeah.
is like in one line, how would you describe the book? Because what I got from it is, under unconditional love.
Right.
Okay, well, that's what I understood from what I've gained from the book right now. But towards the last portion of the book, what they just revealed to us, it's more going towards enlightenment funda.
Right.
Okay, now earlier when you spoke about, you did mention the word sadness a lot.
Right.
So which also says you have gone through the sadness and then you've built
Right.
around them.
Right.
So ignoring the whole and building around it.
Yeah.
So, but how would you describe the book in one line? And if somebody says, "Yeah, Rohit, tell me what is the book about? Why should I read your book?" And say like, and who is Kitty? And sorry,
Right.
a bit away. Like it was very damn funny. Like in my head, like Kitty reading about Kitty. So sorry, there was a different background. But it was, yeah. So, but how would you tell me about the book? Like
Okay.
in one.
You want one word or one?
One sentence is good enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In one sentence, I would say, it's for anybody who is looking for more than just the ordinary. Who's searching for more than just the mundane. Somebody who wonders.
One line's up.
Yeah.
Comma.
I
Yeah.
don't think you can describe the book one line.
Okay, I could say maybe. Yeah. Okay.
A passionate quest for the meaning of life.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Or I could say in one word, existentialism. Or if you want to put it a little more, sexistentialism. so get best of both worlds. Yeah. 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 Sorry.
Hi,
Yeah.
hi Rohit.
Hi.
Rohit, what I wanted to ask you
Yeah.
is, I mean, I really don't know much about the book, but
Yeah, yeah.
I've been just hearing around.
Yeah.
What is it that really made her elevate, from the sixth sense to the seventh sense? What is that one thing that really made her, I mean, kind of
Right.
to
Well, you
from
okay. Yeah, you'll have to actually read the book for that. Yeah, which means no. But I mean, I could tell you also, but it's better
I
if you.
think he's trying to get away without reading and buying the book. I think that's yeah.
No, but it's just like okay. I'll tell you without telling you. It's just that one moment when.
I mean, the gist of it,
Yeah, the one moment when it happens, and that kind of brings all the pieces together, and everything fits, and all these concepts like I explained, the building around the hole, the Lego engineering, the chemical kaleidoscope, the whatever concepts were there in the book. Everything comes together and it just fit, because she was seeing these different things, these different philosophies, but she was never grasping their true meaning. But when that thing happens, when she goes through that incident, which I won't reveal now, because if people want to read the book, I think that's important. Then that everything falls into place, and kind of what happened with me is in this book. I'll just tell you. It's a little interesting because I had to actually create this cat, this dissociative personality of mine, which was the cat. So I could say things that I could not normally say. So when I was writing, I was becoming the cat. So I could be bold and daring because I was thinking that a cat can say this, cat can get away with it, and if I say it, I will not be able to get away with it. So I was actually becoming the cat and then regressing. I say regressing because the cat is superior. Then regressing back to being a human being. So, yeah. Hi.
Mine is not so much a question
Yeah.
as a comment.
Yeah. Thank you.
If that's all right. I'm a bookseller.
Yeah.
So I found the book amazing.
Thank you so much.
It's far beyond a book.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's far beyond a book. I'll tell you why. Because if you can coin a word, pop spirituality. When I say pop spirituality, I'm not talking about demeaning or degrading spirituality. I'm talking about making it accessible.
Right.
Accessible to the ordinary mind, which has not been exposed to spirituality in terms of it being spiritual.
Right.
You have expounded the most profound truths in the most normal, everyday manner.
Thank you.
You have talked about some of the things we are headed towards. I'm a new ager, by the way.
Wow.
New ager as in where the world is now headed, towards the light age. Many of you may not even agree. But the thing is, we are going through a process of cleansing of negativities and headed towards purer times, when we are going to be more loving and there's going to be love. There's going to be oneness. Oneness is a faculty which we will all be gifted, hopefully, in the coming years. It's a faculty. It is not something that we are all attempting to feel it just now. We are all talking about it. But we also experience it from time to time in flashes. But really, it's a question of becoming purer as individuals in order to finally feel it, as you said.
Right.
And being in that constantly. At the moment, it's an aha moment when we feel love, unconditional love. It's an aha moment when we feel oneness. As you said, stroking that cat and feeling total empathy with it.
Right.
It's that sort of a thing. So you have in this book, through this book, expounded some of the most profound truths in a way that is palatable and without scaring people off. And in fact, expanding one's horizons just through simple, everyday situations.
Thank you so much.
So I found it really brilliant.
Thank you.
And I wanted to say one more thing, which again I think I've told you, as well as Aruna, is that souls born after 1974 are very advanced souls, most of them are very advanced souls. They're older souls than the ones that came before. And they are here to actually bring these truths to the adults and to spread this. So I'm not at all surprised that at such a young age you're actually coming up with these sort of things. I'm not at all surprised. Because you'll find many of our children now are saying things like, who needs religion?
Yeah.
You know, things like
course.
that. You know, they just say it without even thinking twice about it. You know, and many other things.
Great.
So, you know, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Because you'll be contributing so much. It's just that this book needs to be really publicized, and I'll do my best. of
Thank you
course.
so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody, for your questions, your comments. Well, having said so much about this book, Rohit, now that you've taken to writing full-time, so to say, is there anything else in the pipeline that you've been
nothing,
planning?
Nothing right now. I mean, see, the thing is, I could have, actually, to get, I wrote a second book, the last year. I wrote it out of frustration because I was just, for a writer, there's not much you can do, because, when you're not promoting your book, you're waiting for your publisher, the editing is going on, and you don't know what to do. I was just sitting at home and I was frustrated and I was just writing. So I wrote the whole second book. I gave it to my publisher and I told him, look, I want to publish this book next. So he said, just hang on, take a break. And I don't understand why he was saying that. I said, don't you want to publish my next book? And he said, no, just wait, just relax. And so I said, okay. And then I revisited it a little later and I said, this is not me. This wasn't written from the heart. If I had to write something, if I'm not confident of promoting it, how can I sell it? How can I get it published? It's not just about writing a book, right? It's about writing what's close to your heart. I mean, it's not. I can write maybe 10 books and they can be worthless. And I could write just one and it will be everything for me. So.
But are you experimenting with other kinds of fiction?
No, I will.
Non-fiction?
But I haven't yet. It hasn't come to me yet. So I know it's going to happen soon. Because I'm feeling the restless urges to write. But it has to come naturally. Like there was one day when I just sat down and I said I have to write. And no matter what I have to write. And at that time I didn't even know if it was about a cat. I just sat because I got that energy to do it. It has to come that way. It's not like you got to wake up in the morning and say, oh, it's 7 o'clock. Okay, I've got to write now. It's not like that. You just got to go. It's got to feel it. So.
Interesting.
What turned you into an author from just a normal human being like me?
No, you're not a normal human being. He's a marathon swimmer also.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, I worked for 10 odd years in marketing and I've done my MBA in marketing and stuff like that. But this is something I always wanted to do. But you can't do it unless you have support from your wife. So now I have the support from my wife and she's really supporting me. And my son is over there, mischievous boy, Araf. And when I came with the idea and I told her that I want to be a writer, and she supported me, and so it's good because you need. I mean, my family supports me and everybody supports me. So you need people who support you first of all to be able to do that. And once and also it's a dream. I wanted to do this when I just finished my college. When I was 21, maybe, I don't even know how old I was. But I had done my bachelor's in arts that time, in English literature. And I wanted to write a book. And, but, you've got to see, you've got to make some money also, right? I mean, if you have no money in the bank, what do? So I got a little disillusioned and I just started working. And after 10 years of working, I just realized that this is not me, I'm not really happy doing what I'm doing. I can do this for the rest of my life. I can wake up in the morning, I can wear a shirt like Manish is wearing, I can wear a tie, but it's not going to be doing the real me justice. This is not who I am, So I wanted to be clear as to who I am as a person, and Not to say that wearing a tie and shirt is bad. It's a brilliant thing. But everybody's got